Why, hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here tonight on this Thirsty Thursday with tonight's edition of 90 Day Oy Vey, Nikki Exotica. Girl, I have some news for you. You are not Selena. I'm going to explain more in a second, guys, in case you're wondering what the hell I'm babbling about. And it's going to be Kenny versus Matt if Matt doesn't stop calling people senior citizens. Okay? Just saying. So, first, I want to thank everyone that's in the live chat. Hi, Spooky Trash. Hi, IB Trash Talking. Hi to my trusty moderator, Menopausal Queen. Hi, Becca Max. Thank you all for joining me tonight. This may be a short one. Hey, guys, to be honest, I'm feeling a little under the weather and a little tired, but I wanted to come out and put out a quick oy vey for you guys because there is stuff going on. And of course, I'm in the middle of it, but I'll explain in a second. Hi, Miss Nina. Hi, Kelly C. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. So let's hop right into it. So we're going to start off easy. Stevie and Maddie. Okay. Stevie put out this picture of her. I like the dress. She looks really cute in the dress. And then she did an answering question session where someone asked her, do you feel like you're kind of harsh with Maddie? And her response is, I think people, no. I think people see fragments of our lives and develop their own ideas of who they see. I'm not mad about that. I am not always soft. I know I can be a hurricane, stonewall mess. He knew this before he came here. He still got on the plane. Honestly, I think I've always been super kind and thoughtful about Matt feelings. People don't see me behind closed doors, but he does. I guess only he can answer that. Furthermore, he's a grown man. He is so much stronger than what people see. He knows what he wants and he leads the way. I'm not his boss. I don't have the door locked. So someone else asked her, do you have any more kids in the future? And she posted a picture of her kitty, who is very cute, and she says, what do I look like? Obviously, she's the baby. So, as you guys may or may not know, Stevie already has two kids. She said that they would not be filming this season. Who knows if we're going to see them in future seasons? But she already has two. Doesn't look like she's planning on having any with Maddie. But, you know, plans can change. We shall see. So, is there really trouble in paradise for Shekinah and Sarper, or is it just another bullshit laying down foundation for the last resort, or for happily ever after, or for both? I'm leaning towards Shekinah's laying down the foundation for another season. I reported on this on my last video, but this is picking up speed on the interwebs, and everyone's talking. Are they having problems or not? So someone asked her, "Has Harper Sarper calmed down before? Has Sarper calmed down? He has been with you in the U.S. You deserve the best." And she says, "Nope. Living here together in the U.S. has made everything harder." Someone else asked, "Are you and Sarper okay? I'm so invested." And she said, "Nothing about this is easy." So someone else asked, "Are you happy at this point in your life?" And she said, "I never thought my life would come to this point. So no." What is one thing you wish you could change with a snap of your fingers right now? I wish I had a healthy relationship with Sarper. I wish I lived in Miami. I wish I had a baby goat and $10 million. Finally, someone asked her, "Are you going through a rough patch with Sarper?" And she says, "Let's just say you probably won't see us on any more seasons." And this is where I get my bullshit attack. Bullshit. Sorry, guys. I just get these bullshit attacks out of the blue when I read this shit because you and I both know that these two are not going anywhere anytime soon. Like, please, give me a fucking break, Shekinah. I could see you laying down the brickwork. Okay, all the way over here. I'm in New York and you're in LA, and I could see you laying down the brickwork for another season. So all I have to say is give me a fucking break. And Sarper. Sarper is too busy doing his cameos and working on his comedy routine, which I want to pull up his newest for you guys because I'm starting to think that Sarper is like pretty funny. I'm thinking that he may have a chance doing this stand-up comedy. So you guys let me know what you think. I'm going to pull up the latest Sarper comedy routine. So for someone that is having so many problems in his relationship, he seems to be, you know, chilling, I guess. I mean, Shekinah's whining about how things are so horrible and he's working on his comedy routine. So check this out.
Your woman by text is a nightmare for a man. Do you know why? Because by time she turns into an AI. Girlfriend GPT. It starts with small text, then every text she sends becomes longer than the previous one. At the end of the day, there are 1500 words essays on your phone, and every essay has listing. One, you don't love me enough. Two, if you love me, you would respect me. Respect uppercase letters. Three, on December last year, you told me you cannot live without me. What? I mean, normally she doesn't remember what she ate for the breakfast today, but she remembers the exact sentence you told her 1 year ago. Four, I am stupid, I am dumb, I trusted you, I believed in. What the? That long, guys. When I start reading, when I come to the middle, I completely forget the beginning. That long. Normally, I use ChatGPT, and if the context is too long, I say, ChatGPT, can you summarize it for me? And it does. But don't try it with your girlfriend GPT. You know why? Because that version doesn't have that feature. She cannot summarize. Arguing with your woman by text.
Okay, so what do you guys think of his comedy? First, I want to say yes, Sherry. It is very interesting that this Shekinah Sarper thing is coming up when Jasmine is getting so much attention. And now the Jasmine attention is going to die down because she's no longer on our TVs. So is Shekinah like trying to, slide in and take advantage of all the Jasmine attention and get it for herself? Good question. And yes, Becca Max, I agree. The mustache needs to go. Menopausal Queen, you are absolutely right. He does look like a 70s porn star, but I highly doubt there are real problems in their relationship. And yes, yes, the cleavage is distracting. I totally agree. I mean, it looks like he's wearing Shekinah's t-shirt. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah. So me either. I be trash talking. I'm not crazy about this U-neck shirt he wears. It looks like he's raiding Shekinah's closet. I don't get it. So I doubt they're having problems. That is my bottom line. We shall see. And when they appear on Happily Ever After or Last Resort, then you guys will remember that I said that this is all bullshit. Bullshit. Sorry, these bullshit attacks. So Greg's mom came up with a great idea about having the wedding at a venue. And this is the venue, okay, out in where are these people again? They are in West Islip, okay? Marconi Manor of Islip. And I decided to look them up, and you know what was very interesting about this place? Okay, it says Marconi Manor of Islip is proudly owned and operated by Mastrantonio Caterers LLC and is Long Island's premier venue for weddings, corporate events, 316s, and social gatherings. Mastrantonio is my mother's maiden name. I found that so interesting. I'm like, are you guys related to me somehow? Are you like my long lost second cousins or something? I don't know. But I find it very interesting that this particular venue is run by Master Antonio Caterers, and my mother's maiden name was Master Antonio. $8,000 for a wedding. I'm like, wow. Okay, because we all know $8,000 for a wedding is like 1980s prices. Okay, like I got married in 2007, and my Catholic church was doing kind of like a group wedding thing. There was four couples, including my husband and I, that got married on Valentine's Day in the church, and then we did the reception afterwards in The church had like a place where people will go and have coffee and tea afterward. It wasn't exactly a reception hall, but it fit a nice amount of people. That is where I had my wedding back in 2007, and I'm sure it cost more than $8,000 between the dress and the food that we cooked, because we all cooked our own food. Like Greg said, oh, I could cook my own food for cheaper. Yeah, we all cooked food, between the liquor, the flowers, the dress, my husband's tuxedo, my son's little tuxedo. I mean, all those things. And this was back in 2007. So now, fast forward to 2025, and somehow Mrs. Lucio has found a venue that's going to do everything for 8K, and she's going to pay for it. So, Greg and Joan, you better be kissing Miss Lucille 1,000 times. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So, one thing before I go on to the throuple couple, I am surprised that 90 Day Fiance Sharp Entertainment does not pay for the couple's American weddings like they do for Love After Lockup. Okay, now I know every couple gets married on 90 Day, or practically every couple gets married on 90 Day, but I don't I don't understand, because on Love After Lockup, if certain couples are getting married, Sharp will pick up the tab. And I know this as a fact. I know a handful of couples that had their wedding paid for soup to nuts by Sharp. On 90 Day, everyone has to pay for their own shit. And they get paid less than they do per episode than they do on Love After Lockup. But Love After Lockup has a lot less episodes than 90 Day does. 90 Day drags it out to like 25 episodes. Love After Lockup usually is about 10 to 12 episodes a season, and the cast members there get paid 2K, starting 2K per episode, and it could go up to as much as $4,000 an episode. I heard depending on how long you've been on the show. From what I understand, 90 Days starts off at 1,000 per episode. And yes, on Love After Lockup, on the first season, the inmate does not get paid. Only the non-inmate gets paid because of the son of Sam law in New York State, which doesn't allow um, released criminals to profit off of their crime. But the second season, if you last from Love After Lockup to Life After Lockup as an inmate, you will get paid. As we all know, on 90 Day Fiance, the foreign spouse does not get paid until they secure a green card and a social security number. So I just found the dynamics between these two shows that have, both produced by Matt Sharp Entertainment, how different they are when it comes to the pay scale and paying for weddings for their cast. So, moving on to the throuple couple, I cannot wait for these three to fucking go away already. Okay, and we're not even halfway through the season, so they're not going away anytime soon. So, she says, tell me honestly, did I look high for real on the beach? If I was, I would tell you. I'm an open book. I was so tired, long days of filming, early mornings, etc. Now I was high on with interview. What the hell is she saying here? Sorry, guys, I can't see. I was high on WN interview. Try to guess it. Okay, whatever you're trying to say, girl. But one thing I agree with you, Amini, however the hell we pronounce your name. Keep kids out of your fucking mouth. Okay. And I had to agree with Angela on my last video. Apparently, there were people making fun of her 10-year-old granddaughter's belly on TikTok. What is her 10-year-old granddaughter doing on TikTok? Whole nother story. But Amani and Matt post pictures of their girls all the time. And someone wrote, why you always look done up, but your kid's hair ain't even did. Come on now, girl, do better. So Amani replies, what's wrong with my kid's hair, you dumb bitch? Keep my kids out of your mouth. When my kid's hair is curly, it's called ethnic hair, you uneducated bitch. Both their hair is perfectly done. They both look so beautiful trying to bully kids. What's wrong with you? Worry about yourself. Get the fuck out my page. Now, Amani, I agree with you. Leave kids out of it. Okay. Even though you put your kids on TV and everything, doesn't matter. Leave them the fuck out of it. Okay. They can't help it if their parents are idiots and they want to be on TV acting like they're in a throuple and trying to convince us of all this. They cannot help it if their daddy has this stupid look on his face all the time, which I think they might be listening to my videos or someone is telling them what I said. Because Matt actually addressed in his story that the stupid smile on his face is due to nervousness. No, I think he just has that stupid look on his face all the time. So basically, he did a question and answer session, and like he says here, what did you think of the editing in 90 Day? The camera loved picking up my nervousness, so it quickly became not about what I say. Just focus on him smiling when he is under the spotlight. Not sure if they could have edited that out just as well. The first half, I couldn't relax and allow myself and couldn't relax and just be myself. So that's why he's nervous. That's why he's smiling all the time because he's nervous. Okay, people, whatever. So now, someone else asked him more kids, and he said, "I would take as many as I'm allowed it." When Amani already said, "No more kids, you're fucking insane." So, someone else asked, "Why doesn't she use the name Honey in the show?" Which I was wondering that myself, because on social media, Ani is Honey with an H. So Matt says, Honey is the only name I believe she has ever used. I thought she had another name too. God, guys, drop in the comments what her other name is. I'm like totally blanking out on it. Um, Not her stripper name, her escort name, Brenda. Yes, Brenda. So she uses Hani, Ani, and Brenda. Hani is the only name I believe she has ever used. I don't know where that came from, but now we use it to prevent confusion as it's the English translation. I really never asked her, so I could be completely wrong. Maybe she could answer better. Okay. So technically, Ani goes by three names: Hani, Ani, and Brenda. So, yeah. So did I. I thought she said her name was Ani, but she goes by Hani on her Instagram account. So, yeah, and then we know she also goes by Brenda. Does she also go by Jasmine? Sophie? I mean, I don't know. How many names does this chick have? So now this is the important question to me out of all this shit. Okay. Someone asked him, will y'all be on another season of 90 Day? And he just shrugs. I certainly hope not. I really, really do. I certainly hope not. But hey, we never know. So, like I said, if you look on top of this story that I screenshot of Ani, Hani, Brenda, whatever her name is, it says up there, Hani. So, what's your name, girl? Just asking. So now moving on to other 90 Day cast, we have Mark and Mina's beautiful daughter Maria. And we have the vanilla couple, okay? Jessica and Juan. This is a flashback to Spain, and the baby was really, really tiny back then. So moving on, Aaliyah. Aaliyah says, I've always been intense, and I know the words that come from my heart are pure. When life turned into darkness, those words became comfort for my soul. Today, I reconnected with a memory, maybe not through adult eyes, but through the eyes of a child. This memory lives in a scene. After days of heavy rain, the backyard would be flooded with water that took days to drain, probably because of the soil. And that sweet child would take her plastic crate and broom as a paddle and set off on a new adventure. The world was beautiful, joyful, full of emotions waiting to be explored, far beyond any difficult reality she might have been facing. In those moments, an unshakable spirit was being nurtured. Resilience took root in the mind of a child and became the foundation to face the real world filled with challenges and trials. There is an intense fight now, which each day demands a stronger voice. But just like resilience, voice comes from the soul. Feelings are voice. Aaliyah. That's kind of deep. So now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this last resort finale and MVP Florian. Okay, Florian had me consistently laughing my ass off throughout the season of Last Resort and especially during the tell all. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say I'm totally with Florian. Okay, I mean, someone says to me, "You have anger issues." I'm like, "What anger issues? Just don't piss me off and everything will be fine." Me? I don't fucking have anger issues. This is my inside voice. Don't you realize that? So now, when he told Ari to go to sleep, go to sleep, my dear Ari, go to sleep. When Ari tried to pipe up when he was going at it with the therapist, I did, tweets of the week, and several tweets were referring to the fact that Florian told Ari to go to sleep. So Ari popped in the comment section, and this made me crack up even more. He told me to go to sleep because at one point I actually dozed off. So he was telling her to go back to sleep. Okay, Ari, go back and take your nap. Don't worry. Don't wake up from your nap. Go back and take your nap. You were just napping. Don't wake up. I find that even fucking more funny that she actually dozed off at one point, and that's why he was like, "Go back to sleep." So, Matt, I can't even. I've run out of words to describe this piece of shit. Okay, so first of all, he was there in person because I don't know if you guys remember after the Last Resort tell all filmed in New York, they were all posting pictures, and Jasmine was posing with Dr. James and Matt and Nikki, and Nikki was like, "Oh, it was so great to meet Matt for the first time." He was there in person. So if he's such a man that, he was able to get Jasmine pregnant and say it with his whole chest, why not say it with your whole chest on stage? Why hide behind a Zoom call? Asking for myself, asking for everyone else. And Matt, liar, liar, pants on fire. I have heard numerous times from numerous people, word on the street, that's all you wanted was a child. Okay? You were in a long term relationship once upon a time, and you wanted a child really, really badly. But because you allegedly couldn't get your act together and get a real fucking job that doesn't involve parking strippers' cars at the strip club, then maybe you would have had a marriage and children sooner. Allegedly, word on the street, just saying. So he was bullshitting, bullshitting fucking big time. "Oh, I was scared because I've been running away from it." Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. Now, I do not think that Matt looks like Brandon or Florian. Okay, both Stacy and Julia needed to shut the hell up. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, do you think that Matt could be Florian and Brandon's love child? Or like they both need to shut the fuck up because I don't think Matt looks anything like either one of them. So moving on. Jasmine, of course, with the pity party. Oh, pity me. So first someone asked her, um, are you doing okay? Have you been able to watch? No, they said that tell all was rough, girl. I hope you're doing better mentally. And she said, I tried to watch so many times, but I can't. Now, this is the thing that cracked me the fuck up. When Sean asked Jasmine, what did Gino receive out of this deal? You know, you got to go off and fuck Matt twice a week. Obviously, unprotected, or I don't know, the condom fell off. Who the fuck knows? But obviously, you got to go and fuck Matt. What was Gino getting out of this? Hamburgers. What? Yeah, cheeseburgers, apparently. So now, thank you to Menopausal Queen for this wonderful idea. And actually, Robert said it on Pillow Talk. I was watching Pillow Talk last night and I was cracking up. Matt is the hamburglar. Okay. Matt comes in with a tray of cheeseburgers, drops them off, and then whisks away Jasmine. How fucking ridiculous is this? Okay, come on, people. This is becoming so fucking ridiculous. So I think Jasmine, or she has a little birdie that goes back and tells her what I say in my videos. Because remember, the last time I said by the time this baby turns 1, she's going to slap the phone out of her mother's hand because her mother's always putting it in her face and taking pictures. Well, when it's 1,387,298,48,000 picture that mom took of you. And then, of course, she puts the camera in her face again to show how serious she is. But Maddie may be like, what, a month old? A little over a month old? I mean, there's questions out there really how old this baby is. So let's say she, is a little over a month old. And of course, her mother got to get, the OnlyFans subscribers. She needs to make that money again. So anyway, so now I want to share this with you guys. This is from Luke on Instagram. If you guys do not follow him, please do. But this is just typical Jasmine blaming Gino for every single fucking thing. Okay, she will blame Gino for climate change if she could. So, one of the many things that she has accused Gino of is basically human trafficking. Okay, so allegedly, according to Jasmine, she was working for free. Gino kept all her money, didn't give her a penny. The money that he was sending to her was from her Cameo money, didn't give her a penny. Okay, so girl, I have a question for you. Who is paying for your apartment in Panama? Who paid for all your plastic surgeries? Who paid to get your ass here, your upside down ass here? Who gave you money for a wedding dress that you used for upside down butt implants? Who got you here with your dog that you made sure that got a pet passport, but not your kids because you allegedly, word on the street, don't have legal rights to either one of them, one being your stepchild and the other, being taken care of by another family. Yeah, so she just loves to levy all of the accusations against Gino. So let me share this with you because, this is where she's saying that Gino had her basically working like an unpaid slave.
That's like a modern version of human trafficking in which you bring a person to this country, works for you for free, makes you tons of money. And yeah, that's the way it is. And for you ran bullshit because all the money he was sending to Panama was my own money from cameos. It wasn't coming out of his pocket. And I also have proof of that. Yeah. I'll be the bad person. I'll be the bad guy. It's okay. I regret it. I'm not doing shit for any man ever again. Ever, for anybody. I was so anxious. I didn't want to go because, you know what? And these people were like, oh, God, stupid me. Thought that there was a still hope and things could be solved. And I agreed to be in an open marriage. I regret it.
Okay, I just want to pause her stupidity for a second. Hitch O. Yes, TLC pays all cast members individually and directly as long as they have a social security number. They cannot get paid from TLC unless they have a social security or a taxpayer ID number. So the minute Jasmine got here and all of her paperwork was put together and she got her green card, she was issued a social security number, and now she makes her own fucking money. So everything from happily ever after, last resort, she was issued her own checks and she made her own money. Now, Gino got paid for their early seasons, and yes. Okay, Hitch, I don't want to argue, but I have spoken to tons of cast members, and unless you have a social security number, TLC cannot pay you. Okay, and I know this is for actually both shows because on Love After Lockup, if you don't have a social security number for one whatever reason, they will not pay you. So here's more of Jasmine, basically dragging Gino through the
I
dirt.
regret it, as you have no idea. So thing. So basically, that's like a modern version of human trafficking in which you bring a person to this country, works for you for free, makes you tons of money, and yeah, that's the way it is. And forever you ran bullshit because all the money he was sending to Panama was my own money from cameos. It wasn't coming out of his pocket. And I also have proof of that. I'll be the bad person. I'll be the bad guy. It's okay. I regret it. I'm not doing shit for any man ever again.
Good. Don't do shit for any man ever again. Guys, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I think my husband is calling me. No, he's not. Sorry, I'm hearing things. My husband's in the other room and I thought he was like saying, Mary. I'm like, what? I'm live. So anyway, um, okay. Thank you for the info. I appreciate that. But from when I was speaking to cast members, they were telling me another thing. I could be wrong. I'm not always right. I'm human. I don't say that I'm always right. Thank you for the info. I really appreciate that. So, moving on. We have Jasmine, of course. She, has to stick her baby in everybody's face, even when she's taking a shower. I just want to show you this, guys, because I was surprised that she didn't turn around and like point the camera towards herself. Okay, so let me share this with you because, Jasmine she just makes everyday motherhood into content like every single step. And it's like, okay, Jasmine, please. We know you're a mom of a newborn, and being a mom of a newborn could be really busy. So, like I said, I'm surprised that she didn't turn the camera around so we could see her in the shower. Why not make some content while you're at it? Just saying. Yes, put the phone away, Jazzy, and enjoy your baby. Like, seriously. That's what I'm trying to say. Just put your fucking phone away. So, anyway, if Matt doesn't want throwing out senior citizen as an insult, he's going to have Kenny to deal with. Even though Kenny is aging backwards, he's going to have Kenny to deal with because Kenny does not appreciate the senior citizen insult. And we know Kenny is much older than Gino. No shade to Kenny, but he is older than Gino. So if you're going to call Gino a senior citizen, you're calling Kenny a senior citizen. And those are fighting words to me. So now, speaking of these therapists who to me were totally useless throughout the whole season, they went live after the final part of the tell-all, and they were, basically talking about stuff. I only listened for a couple of minutes because honestly, it was so boring that even Rob, who was live with them, looked like that he was going to doze off. Okay, so speaking of Rob, he's living his best life. Sophie is living her best life. And Sophie's mom, Claire, thankfully, is taking care of her mental health. As I spoke about in my last video, Claire checked herself into a crisis house because of her depression. And I'm glad that she is taking care of her mental health, and I hope she is doing well, because depression is a real bitch. I'm telling you. And if you are suffering with the mental health crisis, I will put the mental health crisis number in my description in the comments. Please, you are not alone. There is help out there for you. Julia is just reminding everybody she's no longer on Last Resort, but you can find her on OnlyFans if you like. And here is just Julia, just, being Julia. Oh no, sorry. Sorry guys, wrong video. I told you I'm totally out of it tonight. My allergies are killing me. I'm having all sorts of issues. Okay, somebody asked Kalani, what does Ed smell like sitting next to him for pillow talk? And Kalani said he smells like money, honey. I think she's just being nice. I think Kalani's trying to be nice because we all know that Ed probably smells like a combination of body odor and mayo. Someone also asked her if she was going to marry her baby daddy, Austin. His name is actually Dallas, so she got a good kick out of that. And even though Kalani makes beautiful kids, she is not having any more. Okay, I am 37 and I severely hemorrhaged during childbirth, so hell no. And I get it. Okay, I fucking get it. So, moving on. Nikki Exotica just needs to shut the fuck up already. And I'm going to explain why in a second. So, if you haven't checked out my update interview with Jazzy's former PR person slash life coach, Kimberly Noel, she is the one that Jazzy actually drew under the bus when the DV allegations between her and Matt came out in the beginning of the year. There was a part one to the interview, and I put that in the comments and the description of part two in case you didn't see it. So I did an update with Kimberly. She was letting me know, what was going on with a certain legal matter that she is dealing with another former client who is Jazzy's BFF, apparently one of baby Maddie's godmother, and also known as good old Nikki Exotica. So I'm going to share two stories that Nikki put up to her stories today. Obvious response to my video. Okay. So if you guys remember, Jasmine compared Kimberly, her old PR person, to Jasmine was Selena and Kimberly is Yolanda, the crazy fan that was running Selena's fan club, pocketing the money, and eventually killed Selena when Selena confronted her about it. So, yeah, Kimberly Noel talks about all this and how this affected her personally, physically, and everything else in both of my interviews with her. And I guess Nikki saw part two of my interview the other night because she had a couple of things to say. So I'm just gonna put good old Nikki up here, and then you'll see why I say you are not Selena, girl. Please.
I want to ask you guys a question. Do you ever listen to a story that somebody says and think that that's the truth? Or do you just wait patiently to hear the other person's side, right? Because there's always three sides to the story. There's their side, the other person's side, and then what actually happened, right? Now, if somebody's actually going to hear one person's side and think that that is the truth and the tea, that's delusional, because there's always a bigger picture out there.
You know what's delusional, Nikki? The fact that you think that this nose looks good.
Sometimes people are clout chasers. Sometimes people hold on to somebody's name to keep getting notoriety, attention seeking, when they have nothing going on for themselves. That's pathetic.
You know what's pathetic, Nikki? The fact that you think that nose looks good.
They're playing Selena on the radio. How ironic.
How ironic, Nikki. Have you been listening to me? Asking for myself, asking for all of my subscribers. I mean, like, yeah, okay. So, Nikki, did you forget that when you first appeared on 90 Day with Igor, that I did a deep dive into you because I got a tip from someone that you are basically a scammer. You take advantage of your friends financially. Okay, someone lent you a good amount of money and signed a lease for an apartment in New Jersey, from what I understand, allegedly, word on the street, and you broke the lease, and this person had to pay for you breaking the lease, and you still didn't pay back the money that you borrowed from this person, word on the street. But also, as I reported back in the day, this was when Nikki and Igor were on 90 Day. And then I was looking for something and I realized that there was a TikTok put out with all of my stuff and I wasn't given credit, but that's okay. I wrote an article for my site, Word on the Street Reality, which I really need to start pick up and working on again. That Nikki was actually arrested for prostitution charges and charged with receiving over $70,000 in fraudulent medical benefits. Okay, and I actually did a post way back in the day about how Nikki, has an escort ad out on these streets. So I don't get it, guys. Let me pull this up for you. This post that I did back in the day when she was on 90 Day with Igor. Okay, so let me get this up here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I did this post back October 17th of 2023. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Monica. I'm an all-American exotic blonde shell, a true life doll. I offer the best in luxury VIP companionship and BDSM upon request. Luxury Weehawken location, minutes from NYC. Upscale hotel when on tour. Please, guys, no private calls, texts, or fake number apps. I do verify anyone and I need at least 2 references or forms of ID in order to book. I do like to hear a voice on the phone, so please just call me. XOXO. And then here we find her rate, her age, her measurements, what she does, what she doesn't do. And she goes by Monica on this site, by the way. Okay, so I did this post back in October of 2023. She got some good reviews. She got some fair reviews. I mean, so yeah. So basically, Nikki, aka Monica, is on some escort sites out there. Word on the street. So if anyone is a cloud chaser trying to hang on to someone's name for relevancy, I doubt it's me. I doubt it's me. So, Nikki, I know you want to protect your BFF and everything else, but you don't have a good reputation on these streets. Like I said, as you can see here, she was trying to negotiate with her friend about the money that she owed her. She was like, when you're not angry anymore, maybe we could talk about it. No, bitch, pay me my money. And then we could talk about it. Like, the fuck? So, anyway, congratulations to Amber and Daniel. Baby Luca is finally here. Amber and Daniel from season 1 of Love in Paradise, one of the few real couples that actually made it through this franchise in one piece. They are happily married, living in Florida, and just had their first baby on Amber's birthday. Congratulations, Amber and Daniel. Welcome to the world, baby Luca. And I'm sure your daddy's going to have you playing baseball before you know it. So now Kara and Guillermo are not together, but both hanging out with their sons separately. So Kara's enjoying a beach day and she has Nico with her. And Guillermo is talking about all this fun stuff that he's going to do with his son during the summer. So I'm going to say it again. Kara and Guillermo are no longer together. They both do not post each other. They do not wear their wedding rings, but it looks like they're on a visitation schedule with Nico and they both, spend time with him, which is all that matters. So now I just want to talk about Tiger Silly and her stupid man child. Okay? So, first of all, Adnan, he's a man child. He's a man child. I mean, that's all I can freaking say about this dude. He's a man child. 1 second. So, first of all, he wanted to let everyone know that his traditional wear was not a dress. He was wearing traditional Arabic, clothing on his story. And he went on for literally a whole fucking day and a half about this is not a dress. This is not a dress. This is not a dress. Okay, dude, we get it. Relax. Now, Tiger's silly because it looks like that she realized that she's married to a man child, is doing all of these side hustles. Okay. Last time I talked about these confidential cameos that she's doing, send her a scenario, no names, no faces, and she'll give you a 60-second unfiltered, honest opinion about what to do about your scenario. Who the fuck wants to take life advice from Tiger Silly? Now she has a book, but it's not just any book, okay? It is a handbook. Caviar and Curly Fries is officially finished. It's just not a book, it's my handbook. Subscribers get first look. So she's like, I'm so excited. My book goes live in 72 hours. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about your book. Okay? Please. Who wants to take advice from you? So, anyway, going back to Adnan and his receding hairline. He is a man child, and let me show you why. Okay, of course, this thing doesn't want to cooperate with me. Here we go. Okay, Adnan being a man child.
Who is commenting in my picture with Lamborghini with my traditional Arabic outfit. This is my traditional outfit. It's not the skirt, idiot. Sorry about that. But it's happened with some random famous Arabic guy here in US. He did the party and he wearing a bra with the gold, and everybody like very mad about it. But I'm not like him. This is traditional Arabic outfit. It's not skirt. Okay. يا جماعة الخير احكوا لهم هاي دشداشة، احكي لهم هاي ثوب مش زي محمد رمضان حبيبنا، طولوا بالكم علينا. Yeah, my setup for gaming it's done, and I actually find out I am super powerful and so good in this game, Fortnite. I'm killing everybody.
He sounds like my 20-year-old son playing fucking video games. Aren't you a father and a stepfather? Shouldn't you be working? Shouldn't you be contributing? I mean, all I see you do, honestly, is go out target shooting and playing video games.
But it's so fun. I'm laughing on them. I should to make videos about it. Oh, let's talk about the setup. What is it? It is starting with the body. The body is fanatic. Some racing.
And by the way, my soon-to-be 21-year-old son, who is graduating college in 15 days, by the way, doesn't even have this gamer setup. And he has a gamer setup. Just saying.
Fanatic. The electronic, all of it, Moza handbrake, Moza pedals, Samsung G9, 57-inch, yeah, and tripod here for the mouse and keyboard. PC, gaming PC from Nevada, and speaker. On it's ready to go, ready to drive, ready to. And this is the location for the setup. I mean, I put it in a family room.
Okay, I get it. He's still in his 20s. Yes, but he is the father of a baby and the stepfather, okay, of Tiger Silly's two children. It is obvious to me, let me put myself up back here. It is obvious to me that Tiger Silly is the main breadwinner in this family. Okay. So seeing him not being more hands on with the children or doing things with the kids, or, he just chooses to show himself going target shooting with his friends, driving around in his car, no kids in the car, just him, and playing video games constantly. I'm like, okay, she married a man child. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Married a man child.
Room. Actually, it's a cinema room and gaming room for Zayn, and study room for the other kids, and gaming for daddy. Recliners, cinema, nice light. Yeah, all of it. It's handmade. I made it all of it to my family. Oh yeah, ready to go, ready to drive.
So there you go. Adnan has a cooler gaming room than I bet you any of us do, any of our kids do. Listen, I'm not hating on gaming. There is nothing wrong with gaming. You come home from work, you sit down, you have family time, you eat, and then you go lock yourself in your man cave and you play games until you go to bed and go to work the next day. Listen, I don't see anything wrong with that. But if you're gaming, for a majority of the day and you have parental responsibilities that you could be paying attention to, or maybe assisting your wife financially, because from what I see, his businesses are his wife's businesses, if you know what I mean. So it looks like to me that Tiger Silly is the number one financial contributor to this family. And yeah. So moving on. Before I let you guys go, just a couple of miscellaneous updates. Do not click on anything Nicole posts to her stories on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, wherever you see Nicole posting shit. Do not click on it, because at this point it's getting ridiculous. Listen, all of us have our side hustles. We all want to make a couple of dollars every month. That's why I sit up here and I make videos for you guys to spread the tea and the gossip, to bring you the tea and the gossip, and honestly, to make a couple of dollars every month. This is becoming fucking ridiculous. Nicole will disappear for months at a time, and then the clickbait shows up. First, Adnan's dead. Then Adnan, you hear me? Sorry, guys, not Adnan. Azan is dead. Then there's something wrong with her daughter. Now look at this. First and foremost, thanks for always supporting me. I've been keeping a secret, and it's finally time to let you guys know the truth. It's official, y'all. It's official that it's fucking clickbait, and she's going to get paid about 2 pennies every time somebody clicks on it. So please give me a fucking break. So now, as I reported in my last video, word on the street, Magda has moved on far, far from Joey and got herself a new man. Is this her new man? I would assume so. But here we have Jenny and Submit. And we also have Chantel's brother River and Thana with her son with Marcel Gokan. And Gokan has grown. I mean, he was just a baby the last time I looked, blink, and now he's a little kid. Like, holy shit. So, speaking of Kenny, he was hanging out with his in-laws, and it looks like that Sean and James may also be my competition now. I mean, all these cast members, when their ride on the 90-day train is over, it seems like they either do OnlyFans or they become content creators. So it looks like James and Sean are another one in the longest line of people of cast members who decided that they're going to start their own podcast or YouTube channels, whatever the case may be. So yeah. So Clayton is doing his stand-up comedy. Okay, maybe he could give Sarper some tips. Who knows? We're going to see that on an upcoming episode of 90 Day Diaries. And Anna Lee has been working on her English steadily, more than I could say for other 90 Day cast members that have been here longer than her. She is up to her second level in English, so congratulations, Annalie. Moving on, we have Sam and Citra and their beautiful, beautiful baby girl. And it looks like they're going to be doing a trip and they want to invite the fans. Then we have, a little bit of Sam behind the scenes. We don't know if we're going to see them on Happily Ever After, but Citra says definitely not on the last resort. So we have Big Mike's girlfriend, Sarah, and Fisa, and happy birthday, Aladon. Laura and Aladon, you guys remember way back in the day, like the first season of The Other Way, she flew out to Tunisia with a purple dildo. Yeah, that relationship wasn't going to last. So moving on, we have Tim doing some guest commentary for a wrestling match. Okay, that must be highly amusing. And Veronica has new hair. New hair? Who's this? So I just want to say this Aries description, totally me. Okay. I'm like, nobody ever helps me without anything. I got so much shit to do. I need help. And then when somebody tries to help me, no, 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 no. You're doing it all wrong. Let me do it. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit the like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. Double check that you are subscribed because YouTube likes to fucking play games and they will unsubscribe you. And please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye. Thank you, everyone in my live chat. I love you guys. Bye.